Hey everybody, today I'm reviewing this VEVOR 7-in-1 weather station. Come check it out. Now before we get started, in full disclosure, I did not pay for this. VEVOR sent this to me for my review, and this is going to be my review. If you're like me, your weather forecasting system looks a lot less like science and more like a yard sale of semi-reliable junk. Is it raining? Yep, the sponge is wet. Today, we're changing that. We're getting serious with this VEVOR 7-in-1 Wi-Fi weather station. This thing looks like something NASA would use to determine if I need a jacket. Instructions, weather station, screen, hardware. My very own tiny screwdriver. Out of the box, we have the indoor display. This is a massive, bright 7.5-inch VA HD screen. It's so bright, I think I could use it to signal aircraft. And then the main event, the outdoor sensor. It has a wind vane, it has an anemometer, a rain gauge. It's a Swiss Army knife of environmental monitoring. My first impression, it feels surprisingly durable, which is essential because we never know where we live and weather is less of a prediction and more of a personal vendetta. Step 2, installation. VEVOR gives you this mounting hardware, including this hefty aluminum alloy rod bracket. Pro tip. The instructions are mostly pictures. Treat it like Legos for adults who are obsessed with barometric pressure. This sensor boasts a 492-foot transmission range, and that's enough to cover my entire lot right here, and maybe even the whole campground. And here's the best part. It's solar powered with a battery backup. That means no more running extension cords out into the monsoon just to get my wind speed reading. It's designed to withstand rain and outdoor conditions. Finally, a piece of gear that's as tough as my adventure boots. Let's get to the data. This 7.5-inch display screen is gorgeous. It shows the big 7, indoor-outdoor temperature and humidity, wind speed, wind direction, rainfall, solar radiation. It even gives you a dew point and moon phases, which is essential for planning my midnight snack adventures. Now, the real value for the modern-day adventurer is the Wi-Fi connectivity and the Smart Life app. I can be miles away on a hike and check exactly how much rain my RV is currently enduring. I can literally check the weather in real time on my phone. Oh look, the app says the current wind speed is hat losing. You know, that's not a real metric, but it feels pretty accurate. This app lets me set custom alarms and track historical data. I can now win every argument about how much rainfall we actually got last night when talking to my neighbors. For remote monitoring and hyperlocal data, the app integration is a serious win. VEVOR says this thing can do 6 to 12 hour forecasts, and I want to see how really smart that is. It says partly cloudy. Look, it's a weather station, not a psychic. All hyperlocal weather stations struggle with forecasting, but the real value here is the current and historical data. Look, I don't have this thing to replace the National Weather Service, but I do need to tell me if I need to put on pants right now. This thing comes with a battery and a battery charger. And first thing it says is to charge this battery fully before you install it. So I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and install this in the device itself. In the meantime, I'm going to plug up my screen here and get some data on here. Next, you take your pole here, you put it in there, line those holes up. Now, I don't have a good spot here at this particular campground to put this thing, but most of us do have a power bowl that we can set it on top of. Many of us use a picnic table or have picnic tables at the campgrounds we camp in, and you could really attach the bottom of this thing to a nice piece of flat board where it wouldn't blow over, and you could leave it sitting out on your picnic table kind of strapped down so you could have it there wherever you take it. But it is, I mean, it's a pretty large piece of gear. So if it's something you really want to carry with you, that's good. But most of us, I think, would just park it at our property somewhere or at our house somewhere and have the stuff going there. But I do think it's something, if you have a fifth wheel or a big camper where you have a ladder, you can hook it up on the ladder on the back side. If you have a flagpole with your Airstream, you can carry it and put it up on the flagpole. But the solar panel really needs to face towards the southern sky so you can get the most sun to recharge it on a daily basis. And you really need to have it out in the open where it can really detect the wind. Somewhere down low, somewhere up against the trees, somewhere, you know, blocking by your rig right now, probably not ideal. So I'm going to leave it sitting out here for just a minute. We do have a little bit of wind blowing, as you can see, and it's showing the direction where the wind's coming from. So I'm going to go inside and see what this thing is showing. But let me pull off my solar panel there. so we can get some sun going in this thing. All right, everybody, I'm here attempting to set up the app. So here is the screen. It's really nice, the screen display. You can change the brightness of it by touching the top of it. So it shows outside temperature, inside temperature, current wind speed, and direction, rain, and you can change the rain sensor from hourly, weekly, daily to current amount, current forecast, and the barometric pressure. And then you have your how much light you have, UV rays, time and date, and all that mess. So I'm going to go through the setup here to see how easy or difficult this can be. I have downloaded the app on my phone, so I got to press and hold the barometric button for 3 seconds. So when it goes to flashing AP, and while it's doing that flashing at the bottom, inside here, I tap add a device. So at the top of the screen here, you'll see I have it up here, but it's saying I'm using a guest account. I can add security by logging into my account, but I don't have a login for it yet. So what it's doing right now is adding this station to my internet and my rig here. And this would allow me to remotely monitor this while I'm out. Typed in the wrong password. Got to try again. All right, so I have successfully connected to the app here. And now I can see all of the data from here on my phone. Really handy. And you can also add another number of sensors onto this device here, and you can see those on the page 2 of the app. But really neat little device, and now I can check the weather at my location if I happen to be out somewhere else. So pretty neat device. So my final thoughts on the VEVOR 7-in-1 weather station. Pros, it's a great price for a 7-in-1 functionality. It has an excellent large display. It's reliable remote monitoring with the app, and it's solar powered. The cons are its setup requires a little bit of elbow grease, and it's a short-term forecast is about as reliable as my old Magic 8-ball. How would I use this thing as an RVer? That's the question. If I still had a box style trailer with a ladder on the back, I could easily attach it to the ladder, no problem, and I could use it wherever I happen to be. Not something I'm going to leave on when I'm driving down the highway though. I can just have it up there when I'm out here camping. If I have a flagpole attached to my Airstream in some way, I could attach it to one of those. If I carried a stake around with me, I could stake it in the ground out in the yard and use it wherever I travel. But I think most folks are going to use it in 2 ways, particularly those who travel in their RV. They're going to leave it back at their home so they can keep track of the weather at their home location while they're traveling, or they're going to leave it at the storage facility where they keep their RV stored, and they can see the weather there all the time using the smartphone app. If you live and travel full time in an RV, you may have a way to attach it to your rig, or you may have a way to stake it in the ground outside near your rig and still have the weather forecast that you'd like to have. All right, everybody, like always, if you have any questions about this device or anything else we reviewed or done, please feel free to reach out to us via the Contact Us link on our website or leave comments down below. We'd love to hear back from you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for making us a part of your adventure. We love you all. Can't wait to see you on the road. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.